I want to tell you the difference between several of the printers that I've talked about previously. And what we're going to talk about is job size and the importance of having the right printer for that particular job. So when I was a contractor, in fact, I spent 18 years as a contractor out in the field, I can tell you that we used a bevy of different labeling products. And so most of the jobs I did were very large jobs, but let's hypothetically say that the vast majority of my service calls were small to medium jobs. And when I mean a small job, we're talking anywhere between 5 to 10 cables, right? When we're talking a medium job, anywhere between 10 to 50 cables. Really anything beyond 50 cables, you want to start looking into the PT-E550W. If most of the work you're doing is under 50 cables, maybe the PT-E300 is the right printer for you. And a few of the reasons why this is my favorite printer, it really is an all-in-one machine. So whether you're out doing a very small job, onesie-twosie, whether you're doing a medium-sized job, or whether you're doing a large job, this printer will do it for you. One of my favorite features about this is the Wi-Fi feature. Now, we're not talking about Wi-Fi as far as the internet. We're talking about peer-to-peer connectivity between your iOS or Android phone and this machine here. We do have apps on the phone which actually talk to the machine, and you can do the work right on the phone, hit the print button right here on your smart device, and it's going to print that job for you. Beyond that, we have the ability to load a database. The same database, chances are you're going to use for your certification process. That database, up to 8,000 labels, can be downloaded into the machine as either an Excel spreadsheet or a CSV. Now, instead of doing everything by hand, typing everything by hand, you're actually going to pull that information from the database. And it's automatically going to populate within the machines. And then all you have to do is press one of these white hotkeys to finish the task that's based upon that database. So whether you're doing cable wraps, whether you're doing a faceplate, whether you're doing a patch panel, a punch down block, or just general labeling, again, it pulls that information from the database. Now let's hypothetically say that you don't have a database and it's somewhat of a medium job. We have what's called serialization. And we've all been in the closet where we're standing there and we're doing each label like this, right? The problem is you have the opportunity to fat finger and make mistakes. So with the serialization, and that's what I'm talking about, the serialization, the feature of putting in your first identifier, telling the machines how many subsequent identifiers are following that, and the machine builds the job for you. You then take that serialized data and again, utilize the white buttons to accomplish the labeling task at hand. So one of the other things that I really love about this is what's known as our half-cut feature. Now, on a traditional printer, a handheld printer, in the past, you had to print one label at a time. You had to peel the backing off of one label at a time. That can get pretty tedious, and it also leaves a mess, and it's very labor-intensive. The half-cut feature, what it will do is, with the predetermined amount of length that you set in the machine, whether it be for the patch panel, for a cable label, for a flag, it is going to print off an entire strip. So let's say we're working with cable wraps, and it's a Cat 6 cable wrap. I can put in 100 different identifiers, 100 different labels. It prints off that one strip, and it puts a perforated cut in between, making your job of peeling that off the strip and putting it on the cable a very easy thing to do. Again, this is the PT-E550W, and those features are probably the reason why this is my favorite printer. This is our PT-E300. I would consider this a medium job printer. The printer will go up to 3/4 inch wide, and for heat shrink, I would recommend this particular printer over the others. Now, all the other printers utilize the heat shrink, but I gotta tell you, this one does it the best. Some of the other features on here, it will print barcodes. You can serialize. We talked about that serialization. Tell the machine you got 24 labels to wrap and it builds a job for you. So you talk about a time saver, this is the one for you. So again, if you're looking for a small to medium job printer, the PT-E300 is the one you want.